Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. I've given all the gifts I can to everyone. There is one I haven't given because according to the list I've been using, it's a quest. It's not a quest item, but it's one that adds dialogue. So I haven't given it him yet. Also, I tried talking to companions. This is the first person I've tried to talk to. And he has new dialogue, so here we go. I have been mistaken. What do you mean?
You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met.
What changed your mind?
You did, of course. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
I hope I won't see you then too.
There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on.
Okie
As you
dokie.
wish.
Right. I've also gone and bought armor for everyone as best I can as well. Zevran, where are you? There you are.
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
I thought you might like them.
I did not mean to sound ungrateful. It is just... Wait, these are Dalish, are they not? My mother was Dalish, and had a pair very similar to these. The leather was less thick, and it had more embroidery, but these are very close, and quite handsome.
You're welcome.
Do I seem surprised? Perhaps I am. Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
See, Morgan? That's how you take gifts. Right.
Something on your mind?
I had another dream about the Archdemon.
Yes, me too. And I got the feeling at the end there that it saw us, was aware of us, whatever you want to call it. Could have just been my imagination, I suppose. What do you think?
I think that Archdemon needs to die quickly.
Well, short of waltzing through the entire Darkspawn horde and tapping it on the nose, I'm not sure just how we're supposed to do that. But killing the Archdemon is the general plan, I understand. Good to have you on board. I guess one thing is certain at least, isn't it? It's official. This is a blight.
It's only just now officially a blight.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Never mind. Right, Severin.
I did not thank you. It occurs to me now that you have freed me from the crows, and yet I did not think to thank you for it. No matter why you did it, still it was done, and I the benefactor. So, thank you.
We're friends, Severin. I was glad to do it.
You say that so quickly, and yet it is an odd thing for me to hear. In the crows, we do not have friends, and yet here you are, and I cannot help but consider you such.
We are comrade in arms.
Then allow me to say this. What we are doing here, stopping the Blight, I cannot think of anything I have ever done which is so worthy. I intend to see this through to the end with you. After all, someone must take responsibility for preventing your untimely death. A suitable task for a friend, yes?
You don't need to die either, you know.
Oh, I'm not going to die. It's always the Grey Wardens that die. Did you not read the stories as a child? The hero always dies. Unless the hero has a trusty sidekick with him, then the sidekick dies instead. I knew there was a catch. This friendship business is for the birds, I see.
Liliana?
Do you remember our discussion?
Yes, of course.
I just wanted to tell you that I thought about what you told me, and you were right.
What did I tell her?
Despite what Marjolaine says, I am not like her.
Oh,
I know
right,
that now.
yeah.
I've found peace in knowing the Maker, and nothing will change that. I followed you to make the world a better place, and as long as I keep that in mind, I will not fall. Sometimes, it takes another to show us the truths we hide from ourselves.
It was my pleasure.
I'm glad I left Lothering in your company. You have proven a true friend, and I thank the Maker for you.
I'll grin.
I still got it.
Wait, that was a success? Are you sure?
Weren't you watching? She could barely restrain herself. Might as well rest up while I can. You ready to go?
Yes. 1 minute. I just need to plug my phone in. So I forgot to do that. Now we're ready to go. I'd like you to leave. No, thank you.
Aye, alright then.
Oh. Why did he just take his helmet off then? Liliana, Ogren. Oh, we haven't talked to Morrigan yet.
Have you given any thought to what Anarin said? There is wisdom in his words. You are a mage, and you could be what the Circle needs most.
You know what? I would love to return to the Circle if I could.
Your life as a Grey Warden has given you a chance to venture abroad, farther than many mages have been. You've seen the world, dealt with kings and lords, Templars and apostates. You've seen the good and bad of all of these. You could bring these experiences back to the Circle, improve it with what you know. It will take time, but it can be done, slowly.
You could change the Circle, why me?
Oh, believe me, I would if I could. But I am not long for this world. Day by day, I feel myself weakening. I will not live to see the Circle rebuilt and made stronger and more glorious. This will be a dream I take to my grave. It doesn't have to be a dream for you.
We've talked to everyone here, right? Shale we haven't.
Orzammar has sent her best, Warden. It has been a long time since the Dwarven army has marched on the surface.
Do you need anything?
Outfitting any army on short notice, there's always room for more gear. Gems would serve the most utility. The Middlestone, sapphires and the like. We're dealing with many smaller foundries, and larger values might overwhelm.
No, I sell all mine usually. They require money, right? They require They require lyrium and potion stuff, right? They require. Oh, I forgot. That was money, right? What? One of them was money. Coins for Alienage Knights. Yes. Right, okay. Let's go talk to Shell, shall we?
I am listening.
Nope, never mind. Nothing new.
Your desire?
Nothing new. Okay. I've just realised, every time we're at camp, we haven't talked to Sandal.
Enchantment?
I would like some enchantments done.
Enchantment!
Oh, right, yeah, we probably need enchantments first, don't we?
Are you sure I can't...
Let's see what they're selling. Ooh, Grandmaster Lightning, yes please. Grandmaster Slow, sure. Grandmaster Frost. Master Lightning. No, oh, okay. I was expecting
Enchantment?
more,
Enchantment!
Oh, that's equipped by Zevran, Alistair, Liliana. I might do Liliana's stuff. Actually, her dagger has 2 slots, doesn't it? Electricity and cold. And that can be chance to reduce movement speed. I have Alistair with me, so electricity as well. Let's
You and your friends are
get
formidable.
another one from him. Expert, no. He doesn't have any other good ones, so let's just go Journeyman Rune.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
We don't have any more things, so let's right, okay. Tortured Noble. Where do we find him? Do we find him at the... You haven't been to the Alienage yet, so... Right.
Indeed.
Yes.
Let's get our usual suspect, shall we?
Yes.
Let's go to Denerim. Nope. What have we got? Is it a shop? Oh, hi.
Well, of course.
Oh,
Yes.
hi, Ogre. Where'd you come from?
I never liked this part.
No, don't need to do that. Oh, there's another one up there. What?
She's a lucky girl, Morrigan.
How was she lucky?
She caught your eye. Though looking at her, it is not difficult to see why.
Sure, the top one.
Well, I want you to know I am happy for you.
Orzammar has heard your call. We march for you, Warden.
Why, thank you. Now let me loot the bodies. Instead of talking to people. I just realised we've got 2 DLCs to go through. Is it 2 or is it... No, Liliana's Call, I think, is one of them. We've got Awakening and Witch Hunt, I believe. I think they were the... DLCs that we got left. Dragon Age Origins DLCs. Come on. Right. Oh, apparently it was... We should have played Liliana's song before the main game. Okay. I've got a list here that's saying someone's recommending this playthrough, this way of playing it. Liliana's Song, Origins, Return to Oscar, Stone Prisoner and Warden's Keep. We've done them. Then Awakening, Golems of Amgaric. We've yet to do that one as well. Then Witch Hunt, then Darkspawn Chronicles. Saying that it's a what-if story if your character died during the joining process. Okay. I didn't know that. Right. Before we go to the old place, I want to see if the Alienage is opened up. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like it is. Fun.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Harleman's estate.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind?
Have you changed your mind about Morgan and me?
I have watched you for a time, and perhaps I was wrong. There seems to be something special between the two of you. It doesn't happen often, but I see her smile to herself sometimes when she watches you.
Does she? Oh, how sweet. I have to tease her now.
I think I was too harsh in my judgment before, and I am sorry.
You wanted the best for both of us.
What you have may not last forever. Death and duty may part you, but love's worthiness is not diminished because of that. I should have seen this before. Instead, you learn to cherish every precious moment that you spend together, knowing that it may be the last. And for those of us watching, well, it brings warmth to these old bones to know that something so beautiful can be found in the midst of chaos and strife.
I hope all the accommodations are to your liking, Ward.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Something I can help with?
Right, I don't think anyone else has any new dialogue, so let's wait. Let's see if we can tease Morrigan. Because
If one more servant asks if I... What comes, my friend?
oh, never mind. In here we go.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. We have been praying for your safe return, Warden.
It's good to see you all right, Honora.
I was uncertain you would respond as you did, considering the consequences. I am glad you did. Thank you. Now, however, we must work together. And quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, Yet even now, I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
Is there no way to reason with him?
I thought so. I'd hoped so. Hao's influence was strong. His death can only be a good thing. But even that will not be enough. I know my father, and he is committed to his course. He will see this through, no matter what. You will need ammunition come the Landsmeet, and I can help you in that regard. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the Alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Hao and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Hao's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
And what of Alistair?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Okie dokie.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Galen was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
Why do you think she's trouble?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still,
okay.
I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
True. And she's single now, right?
Are you thinking you might stand a chance at courtship?
No. Alistair.
It would be unseemly for her to marry so soon after Kaelin's death. She wouldn't take that risk unless it helps her secure the throne.
Maybe Alistair should marry Honora.
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this.
Forgot
you
was
two
here.
just keep talking about me. I'm going to stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Honora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight. Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen, unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility.
Why is it so important to put Marek's son on the throne?
Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers.
Let's talk about something else.
We certainly have a great deal to plan.
What do you think he's doing in the Alienage?
Maker knows what that man is capable of now.
I've got work to do.
Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
Right. Shall we... Let's talk to Alistair.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Well, I guess never mind. Oh.
Hello again, friend.
Hello.
It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Draken.
Could you tell me about that vault again?
It's located just off the Market District in the northern alley past the Old Noble Tavern. I'll sketch out the code which will let you pass the lock wheel. Inside you can take your pick of whatever equipment remains.
Oh, awesome.
It is the stockpile the Wardens have kept for centuries for the defense of Denerim.
Did you know Duncan very well?
We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember.
Oh, wow.
He was exactly the same back then. Tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only where he ever let himself down.
I was hoping I could learn a bit more about Grey Wardens.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths.
How many Wardens are there?
It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfels are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is.
Have you ever been to the fortress in Weishaupt?
Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lad.
Why? Oh,
very
right.
foreign. The Wardens there, they fight Darkspawn like you and me, but they're shaped by the winters there and the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the Wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way.
How were the Wardens founded?
It was near 1,200 years ago, and
wow.
No one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Anders soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the Archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, although none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas.
Why has it been so long since the last Blight?
Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between Blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them. And it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations.
I guess that's all for now.
The important thing to remember is, none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
Indeed. We got a new quest. Unrest at the Alienage, right. Okay, never mind. Right, Honora's room, right next to ours. Cool. Oh, yeah. We can't, can we? We're not a rogue. Can we ask Liliana or Zevran to lockpick it?
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Are you proposing an alliance?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
Why not simply marry Alistair, the best of both worlds?
Ignoring that the man looks so much like Cailan, my recently dead husband, if you'll recall, my main fear is that he might govern like Cailan as well. But it is true that Alistair has Therin blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations. A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
I think I could convince him.
Let me say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation, then I would be willing to have him as my king. It is my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow. If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with.
I will speak to him then.
Do so. I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
Okay, let's quickly talk to Alistair again then.
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. Did anyone mention this wasn't my idea? I think she's a great queen. As far as I'm concerned, she's welcome to it.
I think you'd be a great king, Alistair.
Really? Whatever would give you that idea?
You'd look snappy in a crown. Sure.
I bet there's a whole new wardrobe that comes as part of the deal. Maybe a nice scepter, too. I like that idea. Mind you, then I'd have crown hair all the time. Is that a thing? Can you have crown hair? I bet you can. What do you think I should do? Go ahead and be king, just to let it happen?
I think you should marry Honora.
Marry her? As in marriage? As in be her husband? You've spoken to her about this? You did, didn't you? Why would you do that? Did you take a blow to the head? That's crazy.
It's the smart move, and I think you know that too.
Maybe you're right. I hate it when you're right. Go ahead, then. Tell her I'll do it if it comes to that. Now, excuse me while I go have a small heart attack somewhere. No big deal, right?
Okay. That took less convincing than I thought it would have.
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing notes?
He's agreed to your terms.
He has? I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth. To marry Cailan's brother. Well, I suppose stranger things have happened. If it will truly help matters... Is this it, then? I agree to marry Alistair to retain my throne, and in exchange I give you my support. If not, then tell me now.
Marry Alistair and you have my support.
Done. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father.
Indeed.
That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
Do you need anything?
No. And while I know your concern is hardly disinterested, still, thank you.
Okay. Well, what do we do now? We gotta go to the Alienage, right? I don't think I've ever gotten Alistair to agree to marrying her before. No. Well, we've still not set it in stone yet. Because we still need to deal with Loghain. And depending on how things go, that might change things.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. To the Alienage.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts.
Should we be... Wait, someone's listening.
You sure? I'm nervous as a cat in a kennel. We're asking for trouble.
Quiet. We haven't done anything. Yet. Best be careful. Darks... Oh, don't mind us. Just talk, that's all.
Okay. Well, the Alienage gates seem to be open. So, I guess we're going to the Alienage.